Alrighty, last exercise here, number 3, using some value techniques to practice. We want to practice some complex forms now. So we did just the basics last time, cubes, spheres, cylinders, cones, but now let's try to shade something that is realistic. So what we have here, it's like someone's hand and there's like a little baby foot getting like cupped in it. It's really bizarre, but it was a good like variety, a value image. So for the first one, I have on here to use a Micron pen, but like honestly, you can use your marker if you want to, and I've already drawn it for you. So you're essentially just playing like fill in the blank. You are adding value where you see just a couple dots, you're only adding a couple. Where you see a lot, you're adding more. I've already like mapped off most of the values for you as well. So that is the first step up there. I'm not gonna make you watch me do it all. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of practice to kind of play this like fill in the blank here and to kind of figure it out on your own, because that's the point of practice. So where it's dark, lots of dots. Where it's light, little to no dots. Down here at the bottom, use a ballpoint pen and the cross-hatching technique. Shade the nose exactly as you see it in the image. Go slowly and add lines sparingly. You can always make an area darker, but it is impossible to take the lines away when working in pen, or Micron pen, or marker, or eventually scratchboard. So that's why we're getting used to this. Pay attention to the direction the lines are going in the original image. That's super important. They're helping us see the forms in the nose. We've talked about cross contour lines. When we did this last practice, the idea that cross hatching and hatching and even like scribbling and the way that the shadow is applied to the form helps us see it. That is also true when it gets to be more complex. I had you shade a nose way back when we were practicing shading just basic forms with, you know, like just ebony pencil. Here we are at a nose again. I've already drawn it for you, like the basic stuff, and you're just essentially going in to fill it in. So you'll see here, I'm just gonna like point out some things. Here on the nose, like the bridge of the nose, we see the lines ever so slightly curve a bit. There are a lot of lines here because it's dark. We see the tip of the nose is rounded, so we see the lines start to curve around. This is our shadow side. We have a couple lines here on the bridge of the nose. We have some lines start to cut across because this is cross hatching, so we have lines going other directions. You're gonna notice that some areas, like right here, that's only hatched. That's completely fine. It's kind of like the cross hatching and hatching are coming together. In some areas, like right here on the nostril, it is heavily cross hatched, going both directions here. So really pay attention to what it is that you're doing. Try to be neat. We want to try to get in the habit of like not going super crazy with this because you can't erase it. So just try to pay attention to the directions the lines are going. This is really, really good practice for scratchboard, especially if you end up choosing a reference image that you need to decide where the cross contour lines are. Like doing this, the original version, trying to draw something from observation and decide where these lines are is really difficult. It's difficult for the person who originally drew this. But when you're just copying and you're trying to replicate values, it becomes a little bit easier. So that's why we're trying to practice this now. So when you're done with this one, take a picture, put it in your digital portfolio.